Good Saturday morning as your Loudoun County weather outlook. The latest model runs are coming in. They'll probably update past what I'm going to share. But I thought I would. It's going to be a breezy day, as you already know, and sunny. Temperatures will be in the 40s today. But much colder tomorrow as the center of the high pressure system will kind of filter in its coldest air. But then as it return flows, meaning coming back on the south side, Monday will be much milder. We're going to watch the middle of the week for some mischief, possible crazy weather. And even potentially warm up after. It's just going to be interesting to see how things pan out. Long range looks like we're pretty close to normal on temps, and we're kind of riding the boundary between the colder and the warmer air. So some days will be milder, some days cooler. Kind of average out to probably slightly above normal, but it also leaves us close or vulnerable for potential some wintry weather. And you'll see that kind of show up here as I move forward. So here we are today. Remember where we are. We're at the east side of the high. The low is departing from yesterday, which we got some good rain out of it. That was good, melting most of the snow and stuff from the yards and everywhere else. There are, of course, still piles out there that need to melt, but they'll do a pretty good job this week of melting, and I'll show you why. So we move forward. Tomorrow, pretty cold, a little colder than originally thought. Here we go with some cold air damming. Remember, when you see sagging in the isobars, which are the black lines, and even in the isotherms, you know that cold air is damming up against east part of the mountains. It's also hard to get it out of here. So Monday looks pretty warm, but it just depends on how fast all this cold air gets out of the way. I think it will. The way the forecast looks right now, we'll kind of move that stuff out, but sometimes the models are a little too quick on pulling out that cold air at the surface. We'll have to see if it comes true. Things look pretty progressive. That's why I think it's probably possible here that we'll get up near 60 or into the low 60s on Monday. We've been overperforming on our temperatures, so maybe low to mid 60s in some cases. We'll have to see. We cooled down a little bit. Here you can see the cold air kind of pressing down here again with another colder air damming situation kind of showing up. So we'll cool down some on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we're riding the line here again between the colder and the warmer air. And a low pressure system looks like it's going to form with some energy and start pushing our way. And the question is, when does it get here? So here you see, you got a colder high pressure to the north, trying to dam cold air east of the mountains. And because of that, the models are saying that there'll be a mixture of snow and sleet, a lot of sleet, and then eventually even freezing rain. When I say a lot, I should really, let me say, it will be it will be rain and sleet probably, and not really a lot of it. And then it's trying to show some freezing rain, and some other mixy stuff. Just have to see how this pans out. I'm not really certain. It seems like it's been colder than it should be, but I mean, the GFS model, which is the American model we're looking at, has just been rock solid saying this mixture of sleet and rain and icy stuff is going to come for Wednesday night. What's crazy is Thursday, as things move out, we see the isotherms are really high here, and temperatures, at least on the forecast, are slated to go up into the 60s. I'm not sure that will come true because of that colder air kind of east of the mountains, potentially cold air damming and stuff. It's kind of hard to pull that stuff out. So maybe an overestimate. We'll have to see. But this is warmer, even as we head into the next weekend. That's a pretty warming trend, but here we get east of a high pressure. So we're going to see the colder air get funneled in east of the mountains. We got, some colder air kind of getting it filtered here from the low to the north. So next weekend looks kind of chilly. And then again, we have a very similar situation where the return flow comes in, but the whole cold hasn't really retreated yet. So the model shows almost a repeat kind of performance with this sleety, icy, snowy kind of mixy type of scenario before it gets warm and then maybe turns colder again for a bit. So as I said, we're really riding the line between cold and warm. Ironically, the stronger the storm systems are, the more likely to be all rain. But if we get a smaller impulse, it could be more of a wintry kind of setup. But we'll have to see how things pan out. I'm not really convinced here or there that we're going to see that much of ice, and I'm not really convinced we're going to get near 70 like some of the models show. But that's if you look at the GFS. Look at the European. I'll be quick. Here we go with the in the European really quick. So I'm going through. There's that cold air damming. Why it's going to be chilly tomorrow. Then on Monday, we kind of warm up. The cold air damming kind of removes. It does show a little mixy stuff happening here, possibly on Wednesday as well. but seems to favor rain. Also, not much precipitation, way less, but the main system storminess is north of us. So that shows a pretty warm pattern for us. And that would show us, 60s and 70s. Then it also shows that follow-up wavy kind of stuff here as we go into Sunday, Monday, which was a window of opportunity originally. So I have to see if this comes true. Then we kind of, again, we're right in that border between the colder and the warmer, and then another wave, and more mixy, snowy kind of situation. Not sure, and then another snowy, mixy situation. Nothing too dramatic, but also just something to watch. Way back when, in 2014, we had situations like this, and they turned it in our favor. This looks like it's probably going to trend more like for Pennsylvania to be quite a snowy period and into New England, and we're going to be just left outside of it. So we get some mixiness, but we don't really get the true snow. Anyway, it's been your Loudoun County weather outlook for the start of February 2025. Have a good day, a good weekend. It's a sunny day, but breezy day, and it's going to be chillier tomorrow. But some warmth this next week, and then some craziness in the middle week possible. Have a good one.